Hi there, my name is Alastair Mitchell, CEO and co-founder of Huddle.net.
And my name is McLoughlin, VP Strategy and co-founder at Huddle.
So we're really excited about working with Matrix Partners to expand into the US and globally. I think the things they saw in us were hopefully a great team.
Two very good looking founders.
Absolutely, who might they be?
The guys back in the office, I see.
Absolutely. A great team, a massive market. The market is an estimated at least $7 to $8 billion a year. By the time you include hardware in that, it gets up into the $50–60 billion. But the collaboration market is a huge market, and online collaboration is a market that really is exploding right now. So a huge market, a great team, and a business model that they really believed that we could really tap into the new wave of SaaS 2.0 and the consumerization of IT that is a huge wave right now in the enterprise. Andy, do you feel that investments like this are a sign that SaaS is really hitting the mainstream now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what we've seen, and this has been a trend that's been growing and growing over the last 2 or 3 years, is that more and more companies are willing to move away from traditional installed systems into using SaaS or the cloud. I mean, the benefits are manifold: reduced cost, ease of deployment, ease of updates. And I think just in a survey released today, Gartner said that they expect that 95% of all companies will either be setting up or increasing their SaaS base this year. And so, great news for companies like ours. So, Alastair, what do you think are the key drivers for online collaboration systems like Huddle growing in popularity?
Well, there's some fundamental shifts going on, I think, that are really driving the massive take-up of collaboration tools, in particular online. The first one is, I guess, the fact that we're becoming more mobile as the way we work, and that drives work that means tools that aren't tied to your desktop, but are instead available to you wherever you are, wherever you work. Second thing is the consumerization of IT. So the fact that we can all buy apps now on our phones, in our social lives, we expect that same power and ease of use to be available to us in our work lives. We don't want to be dictated to by central IT. We want to manage our own work in the way we can. And online collaboration tools are the perfect way for people to work together that they can manage themselves. The last thing I think is really the two things. Really, the coming of age of SaaS. So we've always wanted to work in this way, but we've been worried about security, we've been worried about control, we've been worried about permissions. And tools like Huddle now enable you to work securely, to work with full permissions and controls and audit trails, as securely remotely or mobile or with people outside your organisation as you could when you're working with people next door to you. And that's then driving a change in the way organisations as a whole function, because it means that the organisation isn't a closed enterprise anymore. It's more a group of people working together, internally and externally. That boundary is blurred between internal and external working, and that's what tools like Huddle do really, really well. There are lots of companies out there, such as Box, such as Google, big guys like Microsoft, and other companies that have been around for ages that everyone knows and loves, like Basecamp, all trying to do their particular take on collaboration. What makes Huddle's online workspaces so different?
I mean, it's a crowded space, there's no doubt about that, but what we believe that we have, which is very unique, is we're not just trying to provide a single point solution like Basecamp is. This isn't just project management. What we've built is a fully integrated suite of many different collaborative tools, everything from document management to project management, discussions, online meetings, and all of which is available in a single online space. We're also very proud of the fact that we've brought together both the consumer usability but also the enterprise features and security, which means that when a company is looking for an online collaboration tool they can deploy across their entire user base, they don't need to buy lots of different solutions. They can just come to Huddle and have everything in one place.
Absolutely. And I think if you just want file sharing, that's fine, use Box. Or if you just want project management, use Basecamp. But if you want to do everything in one place, use Huddle.
So, Alastair, it's probably fair to say that in the last 2 or 3 years Huddle has established itself as one of the leading UK tech startups. I guess one of the things we may be accused of with this funding round and the new office is that we're ditching the UK to follow the gold paved streets to San Francisco in the US. Do you think that's the case?
Absolutely not, Andy. I think it's very important. We're very proud to be a UK company. We're very proud to be a European company doing really well on a global stage. I think there's a lot we can learn from companies coming out of the Valley. There are some absolutely amazing companies that we know and love, that we follow very closely, that we really would love to be in a couple of years. There's a lot we can learn by coming to the Valley. But the point is, the US is a much bigger market. It is the leading market for online services, the leading market for online collaboration, and it's the most globally distributed workforce. And with a business like Huddle, it doesn't matter where you work, so we can have offices wherever we want. We're going to have offices in San Francisco, but we're still going to have our UK offices, and we're going to have our development and product team in the UK. But moving to the US means we can be near our partners, we can be near our customers, we can feed off the great products and business strategy going on in the US. And we can also, I hope, teach the Silicon Valley startups a thing or two about how us Brits do it. It's not all one way, you know. We'll be bringing one of our events that we run very successfully in London and Paris called Drink Tank to San Francisco. Drink Tank is, which we'll be launching in a couple of months' time, is an event, a networking event for entrepreneurs and investors to get together and have a good old-fashioned British drinking and networking session. And we trust we'll see everyone there.
It's going to grow a lot. I mean, one of the things I'm very, very proud of is the people that we have working for us, and the fact it feels like a family. I wouldn't ever want to lose that. But given all these great goals that we want to achieve, you know, I think that the team will probably triple in size. In terms of some other stats, you know, we're expecting the revenues and users to grow by 4 or 5 times this year, and then even more the year after. So this investment is really all about allowing us to put our foot on the pedal and really go for it.
And I guess we can forecast that pretty well because that's what our current run rate is doing, and we're growing more and more each month. And I guess with customers like Disney and HTC, Panasonic, Kia Motors, Procter & Gamble globally.
They're all great names.
They're all great names, and there's a lot more of them out there. So that's it, I guess. Thanks very much, and I hope it was useful, and I hope you guys are as excited as we are about our US expansion plans. And certainly it's a very big thank you to everyone who, all of our users and everyone who's worked with us and all the support and feedback you've given as we continue to try to make Huddle the very best tool to help you work better together.
And just as a reminder, in case you've forgotten, Huddle is the online network of workspaces that allows you to connect with customers, partners, suppliers and your internal teams to do any kind of work that you want.
Huddle, work better together.